Welcome back to Two Brothers Sports Podcast. It is Wednesday, July 30th, and we are coming to you with the Wyndham Championship, the Big 12 preview, and the NFC least preview. We're going to try and slim it down. Last week was quite a long one. We had a lot to talk about. I want to give Max a little shout out. 4-2 on the UFC picks on the weekend. It's just me and Max rocking and rolling with the NFL previews. We're, of course, going to give you Wyndham Championship because it is the last tournament going into the FedEx Cup playoffs. So, a lot of implications there. Top 70 go to the next round. A lot of guys on that right on that cusp there, Max. So we want to factor that into our betting this week. We're gonna give you guys a couple winners, but it's just me and Max, as it mostly always is. But we got Sean coming up here in a couple weeks. I know he's ready for football season, but we're not on the AFC North yet. We're still in the NFC. So Max, we're going to talk a little bit. You've got a shirt there. I believe that backwards hat probably is also repping the squad, if I had to guess. It is. Look at that. We are going to talk Big 12, which means we're going to talk West Virginia football. So looking forward to getting into that. Max, how we doing, man? How's the weekend?
Good, man. Feeling great, doing great. Hit a Whiskey Myers concert on Saturday, which was awesome. They absolutely shredded. So that was really fun there and ready to talk some football, man. It's getting closer and closer every time we're here. So I love it.
Let's go, dude. I know. I mean, it is one of those things where I'm struggling to um, say yes to things as people are trying to make plans from the month of September into January. And I'm starting to, at first I feel like in the spring and everyone's all blah, 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 and the weather's nice and you're like, yeah, yeah, I'll do whatever. Now it's like, oh shit, who are we playing this week? Like we're starting to get into that mindset, like,
Oh,
oh, October 26th, that's Steelers Packers in Heinz Field, which I will be in attendance, which I just found that out. So fucking hype for that. I'm gonna
okay.
bring mom. Mom, we're gonna do a mother son game. We get to go see Aaron Rodgers' last game against the Packers. So looking forward
On.
to that. Yeah, just got that. I gotta send the Venmo on over to Big J Rosencrantz, but appreciate him as always. But looking forward to that. So as we're saying, Max, we're starting to book up the calendar. We're starting to figure out what weekends we're going to be chilling, what weekends we're going to be grilling, and when we're going to be at these games. We've got a lot of good stuff this week. But
Oh,
before
yeah.
we get into football, let's talk a little golf. We've got the Wyndham Championship in Greensboro this weekend. It's near and dear to my heart, as well as Max. We got some family from Greensboro, so always nice to watch that tournament and look at the beautiful city of Greensboro. But also, I've got another extra little added bunch. My boy, my guy, Aaron Rye won the tournament last year, and he is back after a couple weeks off. He is looking to solidify his top 70 in the FedEx Cup playoff. He's currently at 58. We've got a lot of moving parts here, so do want to bring that up real quick and just talk through that. And basically, what it is we've got the FedEx Cup playoff next weekend, St. Jude Classic. And so the top 70 in the FedEx Cup rankings get to make it onto the next round. After that, it's top 50, so on and so forth, as you get to, I believe it's Eastlake is the tour championship this year. I think they're going to move it eventually, but not the point for the weekend. So what I mean to say is there's a lot of guys right on that cusp this tournament and a lot of guys who have great odds who need to get to the tournament. So definitely something to keep in mind. Max, couple names that come to mind. You got one of the Hogard brothers, Nikolai. You got Keith Mitchell right on that cusp at 71 and 72. You've got Christian. I'm going to try and Bezadenhout, I believe is how you say it, from South Africa. He's at 74. You've got Gary Woodland coming back from brain cancer at 75. Davis Thompson, Aaron Cole, a lot of good talent. You even got Adam Scott down there at 85. So, Max, your boy Tom Kim got himself a little higher up after a T40 and a hit on last week. But of course, to be in the top 70 of the PGA Tour is no easy feat, but we've got a lot of guys who have opportunities to move on up there. There's some guys that are on the top side that need to really pick up their shit this weekend. Matty Schmid from Germany, Ben On, and Emilio Grillo come to mind. So yeah, I think it'll be an interesting tournament. It's one of those where you might see the leaderboard and maybe the winner isn't going to matter as too much, but come Sunday, these guys are going to be playing. And that's what's great is, we're not going to see anyone take off. They're really going to bring their best this week. So a lot of good things to look forward to. Max, how many points do you think? So let me tell you something. So at 70, right? Number 70, Matty Schmidt has 595 FedEx Cup points. Scotty Scheffler has 4,806. What do you think number two, Rory McIlroy, has? How many points do you think he is behind Scotty Scheffler?
And like the majors don't count, right?
I think they do.
Like
Yeah.
the Masters.
Yeah. Yep.
It does?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Maybe like 38.
Close. Nice. 3,400 is where Rory's at. So 1,300 behind Scotty, which is insane. The next one after Rory is set, and that's why I think it is because Rory won the Masters, so that's why I think he is at two there. And so it's one of those you're just like, holy shit. And then you got Sepp Straka right there, who is a whole 900 behind Rory, meaning he's almost half of what Scotty has this year. So one of those things where it just goes to show how dominant he has been. And he's only won 4 tournaments this year, which I think he won like 8 last year, or something like he won a crazy amount last year, has not won as much this year, but still, he's still dominant. PGA Championship and the Open Championship help. Follow, what's a crazy one, Max, too, is and then I'll stop just going down the leaderboard. But Justin Thomas, who is had a solid year but hasn't won. He's fifth at 2,200. He's not too far behind Straka at 3. So it's one of those things where you're just like, I don't know how they make sense of all this, but
No, he's had a decent, I feel like he's had a decent amount of like top 10, top fives on some big ones.
yep. What was it? PGA Championship. I think he was T5. And I think Masters he might have been. It was that or the US Open? I can't remember which one. So a lot of good stuff to look forward to. Point is that maybe some guys that are absolutely playing this weekend might not be stressing a whole lot. Guys on that 70 to 85 range, we might want to key in on. So, however the gambling picks go, that is how they will go. But just wanted to bring that up. So, any like thoughts, storylines that you're looking into, or you want to just get right into it?
Not really, honestly. But yeah, I think we can
Aside
just
from the FedEx Cup that I just
yeah.
ranted on.
I think you covered a lot. Fucking fly in my face. I think you pretty much covered it all.
Sweet. Sweet. Yeah, a lot of good things to look forward to. Like I said, just if you're betting with us, just keep in mind. If you're not betting with us, just keep in mind. So I am still trying to figure out which specific picks I'm going to pick for this. I don't know a whole lot about the course. Didn't get a chance to do too much research. I could probably pull up some data golf here in a sec. But Max, I want you to lead off. Give me your first pick that you are eyeing for this tournament this weekend.
Hmm. You know, I'm gonna go with Guy. I want you to maybe tell me where he's ranked on the FedEx after I say this. It's only a T40. Guy that I like a lot. Haven't mentioned him in a while. Still, he keeps afloat most of the time. That's the postman, JT Poston. Minus 120, top 40.
Minus 140, top 20.
Top 40 minus 120.
Yeah, no, I mixed that up. I am trying to locate him real quick.
Maybe too far down, but
No, I like
I like it.
No, minus 120 for that's pretty good odds right there. It's gonna be a little bit of an issue here, but I'm trying to figure it out. Let's see. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, there it is. Oh, now it's gonna refresh. God damn it. What I like about JT Poston is I feel like he is probably right on that cusp. Minus 120. Is that including ties?
No, because I don't think they had that. Or at least I didn't see it.
Ah, okay. Well, so he's in a good position because he's at 54. He needs to be in the top 70, so he can't be slipping today or this weekend. And a lot of guys around him are in this tournament too. So he's gonna have to kind of play to his strengths and been pretty solid on the putting game. So I'm looking forward to seeing that over at Sedgefield. But I like that pick. Minus 120 for a T40. We're not gonna complain about that.
No, sir, we are not.
I love it. Um, I have trouble not. I'm gonna take him in some other things and some honorable mentions, but I've been on this guy continuously week after week. Um, not I would say he's not my guy Aaron Rai, and he's not my guy Ben Griffin, but he's probably the third one right there. And that guy's Jake Knapp, my Tempo Town Prince, dude. T30, no ties, but plus 125. I'll be honest with you, Max. I'll just say it now. I've got a winner with Knapp on a 35 to 1, and the winner without excludes Matty Fitz, Bobby Mack, Speed, Ben Griffin, and Keegan Bradley. So I absolutely love that. Still at 35 to 1 after all of that. He's going to be in the top 10. So I'm going to sprinkle some top 10. But the fact that you can get him at T30 plus 125 without ties, it might be the least sweaty bet I will make all weekend. And it's going to be 75 in Chicago. So I will be sweating, but not a whole lot. And so Jake Knapp will not make me sweatier. So give me that T30 plus 125.
Beautiful. Those are great odds. Great odds.
And I think for the sake of where he's at, he's right around, he's a little higher than Poston, but 47th. So still got some work to do. You got to get top 50 for the BMW championship in 2 rounds. So
Okay.
after the St. Jude, you still have to be in the top 50 with all the points included. So, if you can make some leeway, then you don't have to go absolutely bonkers on the St. Jude if you do well enough in that round today or this weekend. So,
Gotcha.
yes, sir. All right, what's next for you?
Um, I'm just gonna climb up the ladder. I'm gonna go with the guy that we liked a lot. Maybe not last year, but the year before a lot. I think we still talked about him last year. Haven't mentioned him damn near at all this year. And he just won last week. That's Kitty Cat Kurt Kitayama. His top 30 is plus 130. You think about maybe he's gonna have a little slump after winning that and getting, I think it was like 1.1, almost 1.2 mil. But if you have his FedEx, I know he just got 500 points. That's all. I should probably pull it up instead of just
I
keep.
got it. 53, right above Poston.
Okay. So yeah, another guy that win was huge, and he needs to keep that momentum going. So I think a top 30 plus 130 is beautiful.
I really like that. And Max, can I also interest you in a potential maybe just a single scoop with a little bit of sprinkles on a first round, maybe top 5 Kitayama?
Ooh,
I love when it like who's it Burns when he T2'd in the US Open against Spawn. And then he came into the RBC the next weekend and just ripped up that first round and just tore it up and was first round leader.
oh
I
yeah,
You know me, I'm learning from my lessons. I'm not just doing fully outright because even if you get the outright, it's usually T something, like it's tied for something that you don't get everything. So give me a
Right.
little T5 action on Mr. Kitayama and those odds. I just had it and I just accidentally scrolled out of where I needed to shit on a stick. There's no way he's that low.
Yeah, that's 1-1.
I
Excuse me.
just had it. Sorry. Plus, what's crazy is his first round top five is plus 1200 still, which is like he's like number 14 out of all the golfers to be leading. So if I still like the plus 1200, if you want to keep him in just round one leader, plus 5500. So 55 to 1. Fuck yeah. I'm sprinkling some first round leader on that.
Okay, okay.
He was a guy I'm eyeing on the first round. I'll bring up my other guy here in a second. But yeah, Max, you got some good putters right here, and I think that will play into Sedgefield pretty well. Um,
I like it a little.
now we got a T40, a T30 from Max, a T30 from me. And I'm actually ironically going to now do a T40. It's a little juicy. I'm also torn, but I don't like when I do like two T30s or two T20s because one will hit, the other one won't. So I'll stagger it a little bit. A little juicy like the JT Poston T40, but another guy from North Carolina went to Chapel Hill, uh, played with, he didn't play with Ben Griffin. He played against Ben Griffin. He's a Duke grad, I believe. But from the state, good opportunity. He is right on the cusp as well. He is sitting at, I want to say he is, maybe he's a little higher than I thought.
You said he's from Chapel Hill but went to Duke.
No, no, he's from North Carolina, went to Duke. He's actually 29th. He's been having a really good year. His name is Ryan Gerard. Yeah, he went to I believe. Now I gotta look it up. But I know he's either from Chapel Hill, went to Duke. He's got all the Carolina ties. He is Carolina as it gets. Um, no, he went to UNC. He's from Raleigh, went to UNC with Ben Griffin then.
Oh,
Um,
you go to NC State. Uh-oh.
yeah, didn't go to NC State, but he's still close. He's played pretty damn well this year. He's got his full card for the first time. He was born August 2nd, 1999. So same birthday as our sister, who's gonna be, I'm not gonna tell her age, and I also have to do the math, but her birthday's on Saturday. So yep. So is Ryan Gerard. So it's his birthday weekend. So yeah, give me the T40. I'm not even gonna sweat it. Not going up, my bias. I'm gonna play Ben Griffin and I'm gonna play Aaron Rye, but I'm not putting them in the picks because you guys already know that. And I'm trying to win non-biased money. So yeah, give me Mr. Ryan Gerard T40. It does include ties or does not include ties, and that's minus 125. Sorry,
Okay.
that's a really long-winded answer, but I had to confirm that.
Oh, I like it. We got some facts.
Yep.
Um, well, I am gonna play Ben Griffin, and it's top 20 plus 140. It was just too tasty.
And that's without or that's without ties, right?
Yeah, none of mine have been with ties or whatever without tie.
Now I like Ben Griffin at plus 140 without ties.
Yeah.
Or T20, sorry. Plus 140, T20. Getting all my pluses and minuses mixed up. But yeah, dude, no, I really like that. I'm all over Ben Griffin this week. He needs to win. And his thing is he has no problem getting, I mean, he's number 7 in the FedEx Cup rankings. So he's got no problem with getting in the FedEx. You know what he's vying for, Max? Is the yeah, Ryder Cup.
True.
So that was something I did not mention. So I'm glad you brought him up, or at least anyone that's up there on that cusp, because King Bradley wants to play and coach. But you gotta be up there to
Wants
kind
to
of
play
justify.
head coach.
Yeah, you can play. You can pick yourself as a playing captain for the Ryder Cup. It's not comp, but he's also number 10 in the FedEx Cup ranking. So it's not like he's like, it's not like,
Got it.
yeah. So we'll see. But I love the Ben Griffin play. He's going to dominate. He's going to do really well this weekend. If he can play well enough, and he's also from UNC and played in Carolina. So you've got that added. He's home, get in good shape, and then also just get yourself in a good spot for the Ryder Cup. Maybe he'll play with Keegan Bradley one day this weekend and kind of talk his way into getting that one. But yeah, overall, just like a really good, really solid player, plays to his strengths. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. And Max, we talked a little bit in the preview in the lobby, but my last pick is going to be a guy, and it's I couldn't decide where I wanted to put him in terms of like T20, T30, T40. All were pretty decent odds, but where I found the best, and I'd probably say safest, but um, we go to the nationality props, and we go with a guy who I barely pronounced earlier, Bezadenhout, Christian Bezadenhout, as the top African. He is on a roll. He's at 75, needs to get in the FedEx Cup. Max, I wouldn't be surprised if he wins this whole thing, if I'll be completely honest with you. But if I can get him as the top African over Eric Van Rooyen and Garrick Higo and Tristan Lawrence at plus 140, and he's only got to beat three other guys in a tournament that he absolutely has to play well in, makes no sense why I wouldn't play that. And I feel like the plus 140 makes up for maybe some of that 125 juice because I'm coming in with a lame duck on that one. At least your posting one's 120, but I don't know. Some of the weekend props I have trouble doing like a minus 125 if I gotta wait all weekend for it.
Right.
So yep. So that's number three. I'm just gonna call him Bazzy,
Mm.
Bazoo, Bezzy boy. Um, but yeah, he's been playing really good golf. He played well last weekend. He's played well in a lot of these majors recently. He played pretty solid in the Open Championship. So I am going with that. Um, any honorable mentions for you? Or maybe guys that you're like just keeping an eye out on?
Um, yeah, so just looking at the FedEx. I don't know. Harry Hall, he's
Yep.
he's sitting kind of pretty at 46, but I mean, he's been playing great ball. Just like this is like more of a sprinkle, half unit, maybe just a unit. But his top 10, including ties, is plus 360. I kind of like that.
Okay. Plus 360.
Or we can do his top 20 is plus 175, including ties as well.
Okay. Okay. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm realizing that T20 and T10 are not much different, and they usually end up right in between there anyways. I wish there was a T15. Uh
Right.
me dude, absolutely kills me. Um yeah, so I like Harry Hall. I played him T40, I think, in the Open. That was pretty easy. Yeah, plus 360. Jake Knapp's also plus 360. I wouldn't be surprised if both of them are up there. Um, so I like that a lot. We already hit on our guys, but another one I like for Mr. Knapp. You know those group B, like it's like group props where it'll be like five or six guys and it's kind of just their group and it's who's going to end up best. Um, Group B consists of Aaron Rai, Hideki Matsuyama, Harry Hall, and Akshay Bhatia, as well as Jake Knapp. And Jake Knapp is actually he's good golf. He needs to continue to play good golf. So it's one of those things where I'm like, all right, Jake Knapp, Group B winner, plus 400. And then the other one, speaking of Hideki, top Japanese player, plus 110. There's more. There's Kanai had a great weekend last weekend, but I don't know. Hideki's he kind of needs to get his shit together this weekend. He hasn't been having a year up to his standard. And he's
Right.
still 26th in FedEx Cup, but yeah, so I like Hideki there too.
Yeah, that seems like a very good one.
And then the last guy I'll say is Cam Young. I believe he's a Wake Forest grad. He needs to also play well. I think he was like 78 or something on that. He has not had a good year. Um,
Yeah, find him.
oh, he's at 40, so he's actually not had that bad of a year, but not up to maybe what we expected. I still think he's got some room to prove. So I like his T40 minus 110. And then I also like him in the same winner without as Knapp at 45 to 1 plus 4,500. I don't like these guys in this plus 2,000 range, like Aaron Rye, Ben Griffin at like 2,400, 2,600. I don't know. I just don't like the odds. I think it's a little too short. I think Cam Young and Knapp both still provide good odds at 45 and 35 to 1. So those are kind of my other honorable mentions there.
I like it.
All right. You want to move to the gridiron? You want to go from the Bermuda to the turf, the Astro turf? Um, let's do it. All right. So, second installment of the NCAA football and NFL previews. We're going to give you some picks, some predictions, all the fun stuff so that one of these days when you guys say you didn't say that, we can point back to an exact time and segment where we said it and can give you all the middle finger. Because one of these days we're gonna hit some big ones, and it's just gonna be me and Max living in the penthouse. So you want to join us, or you want to sit on the sideline? I don't know. Anyways, Big 12 obviously highlights West Virginia. We're going to start with that. Max, a lot of turnover in the Neil Brown era. Still keeping your running back Jaheim White. Talk to me. What's our prospects for West Virginia football this year? You got the flag in the background. We've got the backyard brawl. We've got a pretty solid little schedule for y'all, but a lot of turnover. How are we feeling?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. A lot of turnover, so still trying to get familiar with some of these names. But I think the big names are Jaheim White, like you mentioned, absolute monster. We lost CJ Donaldson to Ohio State. Fuck them. We still have Nico. We had Garrett Green starting last year. Nico came in a little bit. He looks good. It would be interesting to see the kind of offense we're running. Rich Rod's got kind of that hard nose. We're just gonna do what we want, and I just hope that we kind of have that mentality from back in the day. Obviously I wasn't really a fan and didn't watch them too much. I watched a little bit, but just excited. I don't know. I'm excited, but I think that 5.5 for our wins is pretty disrespectful. I get it. New coach, new staff, a lot of new players. But we're still West Virginia. I mean, I don't know the last time we had 5 wins.
Fair. I think the Big 12 has been super tough. There's been so much turnover just in the conference, team wise, player wise, coach wise. Um,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
and then what is like what how about this? What is your current concern meter for Neil Brown? And then next question would be what is the likelihood that he's still there at the end of this season?
Sam. I already said Rich Rod.
Oh, he's gone, isn't he?
Yeah, it's Rich Rod.
Oh my God.
I even
Okay.
said Rich Rod.
I know. I was literally looking at West Virginia stuff, just like not even thinking about that. Okay. Wow, I have a whole newfound excitement then, because Neil Brown sucks ass. And I
Yeah.
thought we would just talk about that. All right, Rich Rod, he's going to take a year or two to get some recruiting in, but there's no way that the money come behind this season.
You kind of just lagged.
So, talking about Rich Rod, in terms of the offense, what do we expect? Who are the wide receivers there? You guys have some good wideouts, right? Tight end.
I mean, that's the thing. We lost. I think some just went drafted or transferred. Um, that's what I was saying. Like we turn over. It's Rodney got Gallagher guy. Apparently supposed to be pretty solid. Um, I don't know. I didn't do too much research in here. I'm just kind of going in. This is the first year. Um, I'm just going in with my eyes closed.
We like no expectations or low level expectations because Notre Dame has very high ones.
But
So,
I obviously am betting over 5.5. That's plus 115.
oh yeah.
We're getting
Okay.
6 points. I'll pull up
Who's
our.
who's West Virginia's first game of the season?
That's what I'm about to pull up.
Oh,
I,
Robert Morris.
yeah. We don't have the. We have a couple tough games. What the fuck? I
Dude,
got
I feel
props.
like my internet is shit right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So Robert Morris, Ohio, Dub Dub, Pitt at West Virginia. Better win that. Rich Rod knows what to do there. Kansas, Dub. Utah sucks. Dub. BYU. We might choke that. Dub. UCF. TCU win. Houston, fuck you. Colorado. We might lose 1 or 2 games.
How
uh,
the tables have turned.
uh,
I mean, to be fair, Kansas will be good. Utah has a transfer QB that we don't really know much about. Um, and I have no idea why all of West Virginia's schedule right now is currently on TBD on ESPN.
well, that's just times.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd still like the date.
You don't have the date? I got the dates just on Google.
Okay. Because it only gives me like Robert Morris, Ohio, Pitt, and BYU. And that's it. Time wise and date. It has the order, but yeah. I mean, I think you have a tough little end with Arizona State and Texas Tech. I feel like those are going to be pretty tough games. It just kind of
Okay, Scatbo.
Scatabo. You got Sam Levitt though, and Jordan Tyson from last year, who were super nasty.
We'll be okay.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's
like.
why I hit two.
Is he going to be more pass or run heavy with Jaheim White and company?
I think Jaheim's gonna fucking run over everyone. Dude, I saw pictures of him. He looks yoked. Looks like a monster.
Which is crazy
And
because
But
I
Nico can throw too, so that's the thing. We're just gonna be running, running, running. Oh, here we go. Play action. Nico bomb to whoever. We always have wide receivers, dude. No matter who.
yeah, yeah, I think that's fair. And I mean, to be honest with you, and Jalen Anderson, I think is pretty good too. I think he's y'all's backup. That name sounds familiar. But yeah, he averages like 6 yards a carry on his career, which is pretty insane. He averaged 5.7 yards a carry last year on 845, and that's not considering some of the carries that of his that got eaten into. Um, so I
True.
like that. Okay. Okay, some stuff to look forward to on the West Virginia front. Any teams that in the Big 12 that maybe you fear or maybe from a non-biased perspective you're looking forward to seeing?
Um, Obviously the favorite, well, I guess tied for favorite. Kansas State is tied with Arizona State plus 550. But I think K-State, their over under is 8.5 and wins. Uh
Yeah,
that's minus 115.
that's kind of weird. How do you win? You think not?
Avery Johnson's returning.
No, I got no problem with that. I'm saying
Well, I
if
know that's what I'm saying. Like,
oh, you're saying the fact that they're only over 8.5 and they're expected to win. Yeah.
I know they start off with Iowa State and Ireland, but I mean, I got
Who is, let me see. I'm trying to like pull up, trying to see if I can pull
here
up
we go. So they go Iowa State. That's a toss to be real. Then they got North Dakota win, Army win, Arizona win, UCF win, Baylor probably it's at Baylor. We'll say win. TCU win, Kansas win, and then they have four more games to get two more wins, and that's Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, Utah, Colorado.
they'll beat Colorado and
Texas Tech,
no, you said someone else.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah. Yep, Colorado and Oklahoma.
Uh, Utah end of the season, they could just be dog shit. And
Yeah, Utah could be too. I kind of agree. It's all Utah's interesting because Utah has this Pure guy transfer from he had 2,700 yards passing, 1,100 rushing, a total of 31 touchdowns, 10 picks. What I will, Max, it sounds really nice, but let me splice this out for you. 19 rushing touchdowns. Take that out. 12 passing, 12 interceptions. So gonna see a lot of run game from Utah if I had to make a guess. Um, but
they're
yeah,
always hyped up and then shit the bed.
what is were you able to see Arizona State's win total?
I did not like
I
dude,
scrolled through it and I couldn't see it. Um,
dude, I think it was like 7.5.
damn, that's really interesting. So I feel like that's why the odds are so like mixed up there. Like I
Eight
know
and a half is
I
what I'm
love it. I love
eight
it. 8.5. Okay.
for plus eight over 8.5 is plus 100 under minus 120.
You said minus 115 for K-State over 8.5.
Yeah,
That's crazy. What are we saying? 9 wins gets the division? Oh my God.
that's terrible.
That is terrible. It
Big
means they're
12.
gonna beat each other up, but I don't
What
know.
is
I like
Iowa,
K-State,
Iowa State 7.5.
and then Baylor's also 7.5. I saw that.
They could be
Baylor
sneaky.
returns that running back, Bryson Washington.
Could be sneaky.
Yeah, he's a stud. And then Arizona State has Levitt and Jordan Tyson with, of course, Dillingham at coach. And then Kansas State has Avery Johnson with Dylan Edwards, the ex running back from Colorado. Um,
True. He's nice.
yeah, so you're going with K-State if you got to pick a winner right now.
Yeah,
I like it.
I think they're very solid.
I'm going. Going Arizona State. I don't know if it's what's killer, Max. Not to get, into like week 0 picks or week 1 picks. K-State, Iowa State is the first game of the college football season, and those odds are already out. K-State minus 3.5 hosting Iowa State, which I believe that game's in like Dublin or whatever. That's like
Yeah,
the
it's
first
over
game.
now.
Yep. You know what I'm gonna take? I'll just put it down now, and I might not even bring it up week 0 just to see if anyone actually listens. But I'm taking K-State with the money line, and then I'm also taking that over 49.5. 27-24, and we hit it, Max. I think that's exactly what the score is. I think K-State's going to win by a field goal. We're going to get fucked on the hook because it's the first game of the year and Vegas knows exactly what they're doing. And then we're going to barely hit the over because it's going to be a game-winning field goal.
Yeah.
Part is if they miss that in regulation and then it goes to overtime, we still are good. But that's why we take the money line. We don't do the cover. So yeah, I'll even just give that. Let me just get that out on the front real quick. As the first official play of the college football season. Um, don't you love that? Don't you just love that, Max? It just rings in your ear. I'm so excited.
It is a good one.
Gives you plus 202.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a beautiful way to start the season. And over in a K-State money line, because Iowa State and Matt Campbell's going to keep it close. It's just not going to
Right.
be. Just not going to be able to do everything. And I think both teams have enough offense to get 27 to 24. I'm not asking for anything crazy. Um,
And K-State could just put up fucking 44.
yep, agreed, agreed. I would love that. Avery Johnson was fun to watch last year, so I think that would be something that would be interesting. I think another thing that's going to be interesting, Max, and I feel like we have to talk about, but what is Dion going to do with this QB situation with Caden Salter from Liberty and then Julian Lewis, the stud QB recruit that was like, he's like been all over all the recruiting sites for like 5 years already. He lost Travis Hunter, Shadur, and now he gets those two at QB. What do you think about Colorado going into this season? Is Dion able? I mean, he beat cancer. He's on top of the world right now. Just gave a kid a full ride scholarship so that he could continue his education as a dentist.
Mhm.
'Cause he has too many concussions, but I mean,
I
he has
mean,
no toes.
I don't know, dude. It'd be interesting to see. Their over under is 5.5. And the over is minus 120, under plus 100. I don't know. I mean, maybe, like the distraction of, having his kids, because also Shiloh got, well, I think he was undrafted, but signed with the Bucks. I think maybe having that distraction out of the way will make it more, not saying they weren't serious, obviously, but like just kind of be like, all right, like I'm a coach. He still always has that mentality. Like he's kind of like a father to all his players, but still
Yeah.
has that distraction away, and maybe they lock in and fucking go on. But to your QB question, I really don't know.
Yeah, fair. I mean, you think they'll be able to clip that win total though? You think they can win 7 games?
6, and maybe pull up their sketty.
Yeah, pull up the
I
skate.
think there's a good chance.
It's sketty season.
They start off with Georgia Tech, which is a little tough. I don't know if they might not win that one. Then they got Delaware, Houston, Wyoming, BYU, TCU, Iowa State, Utah, Arizona, West Virginia, Arizona State, and Kansas State. Dude,
I think they can do it.
it, so I'm saying Delaware, Wyoming for sure.
Yeah.
Probably TCU and Zona, so that's 4.
You say UCF?
BYU, huh?
You said UCF?
No, BYU.
Oh, okay. BYU, yeah. I think they can win that.
That's 5.
Jake Retzlaff now.
Right. I don't know. Houston's probably pretty. I don't really know much on Houston, but I'll say Houston 6. So yeah,
Okay. I
and if,
like that.
if they could beat Georgia Tech, but Georgia Tech kind of scares me. They might be kind of nice.
I agree. It's funny you mentioned that
I think
because
we mentioned last
I
week.
was just scrolling through like week 1/0 picks. And I was like, ooh, that Georgia Tech money line. I might have to take that with something that'll be pretty cheesy and easy. Like a Michigan State. No, that's fucking ass. I won't do that. I'll find something. I do like Baylor against Auburn for the record. Week 1. But we'll get into that much later. Let's see what else. Storylines. Those were the main ones I had. Texas Tech has a good little squad. I think they still have Graham. I think it's Horton or Norton or something. Trying to click on their little.
Right.
They got the running back from USC last year, Quentin Joyner. I mean, dude, Texas Tech is like crazy transfers. But they got the QB Morton, that yeah, from last year. And
Who's
then
their coach?
Texas Tech, Joey McGuire. I want to say he came from like some random Texas school or something.
Hmm.
But they got a really good linebacker. Jacob Rodriguez is nasty. He's like defensive preseason player of the year for the conference.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
and they're very transfer heavy. Um,
They're always a team that will fuck you.
I mean, dude, they got 2 transfers from the conference in AJ Holmes Jr. from Houston and Lee Hunter from UCF, like just within the conference, which is kind of insane.
Yeah, it is.
So we'll see, but they're very transfer heavy. This will be probably a recurring theme as we go through NIL is we're not going to be able to track everyone until week 0 or week 1, and we're going to be like, oh shit, I didn't even know he was on Georgia Tech. He's the quarterback, or so on and
Or
so
when
forth.
we do our fan tracks draft.
Or that, yeah, which I need to actually do well this year, otherwise I'm gonna be pissed.
So,
Uh, yeah, last year I just fucked up. I drafted QB so late. Um, I can't remember who I had, but that's beside the point. Any other fun Big 12 bets, picks, anything like that?
no, I don't. Well, yeah. Is there any like sneaky winner for the conference that you have?
That I like? Good question. If I were to pick one,
Basically, other than K-State and Arizona State, I'll say.
I like Baylor at plus 700. And then the other one, and I probably, from an odds perspective, I would probably rather play this one than the other one. Iowa State is still up there at plus 1100, but I'm pretty sure Jalen Daniels and Devin Neal are still at Kansas. And they got one of the
And it's
better.
definitely
Yeah, they're definitely there. And so plus 1800 for Rock Chalk Jayhawk at plus 1800. That would be my sleeper. I can understand Iowa State, but I don't know. Kansas is one of those where I'm like, their offense gets rolling. I don't like this conference isn't like super clear right now, clearly, based on the odds. We talked about Clemson plus 105 winning it last week for
yeah.
the ACC. Best odds we have here is plus 550. So it might as well be a coin flip. I could see Kansas coming out and just dominating on the offensive front. Defensively, no idea. But yeah.
Kansas over 6.5 wins is minus 155.
Ooh. I wonder if they have an alternate. Yeah, I could take.
That's no. I think you can do exact. Nope. Exact team wins is only you. Wait, what? All right, whatever. Nope, you can't. So, as of now, but or at least on DraftKings.
Yep, they still have Jalen Daniels. I don't know if they still have Devin Neal, but I'm gonna try and double check.
No, they definitely have Daniels.
Yeah, they definitely have
Oh,
Daniels.
video. Oh, I thought you said they have Neil.
I think they have Neal too. I don't know why this isn't like I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that would be my only other one.
I wish it was a minus 155.
Oh, he got drafted by the Saints.
Oh,
So it's just Jalen Daniels. Um,
if he can stay healthy, dude, they can roll.
and I think they did pick up a transfer running back. I just don't know. I'm trying to find the name real quick. Because I thought they got a transfer where I was like, oh yeah. Oh, I don't think so. Maybe John Kelly. Like, no, he's a freshman.
And they got Trey Lathan from West Virginia.
Okay. Well, yeah,
He's
Jalen Daniels, he's one of those QBs that could just pop off Cam Ward, like where you're just like, oh shit. Um, so I like that a lot. Oak State is just in a weird spot. I wouldn't be surprised if they get rid of Mike Gundy this year. Um, I don't know what his deal is, bro. He's kind of, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's boozing or if maybe he's just, I
I was
don't know.
surprised they still have him.
Yeah, it's been weird. They have
Kind of forgot what happened. What is that? The press conference, right? Like
yeah, well,
last
and
year.
yeah, and well, when we were talking about the continuity rankings for the Big 12, like in their bottom, like they don't return a ton of guys, like a bunch of guys left. They didn't get a ton recruits, so
Well, they didn't win a game in the Big 12 last year.
yeah, so I mean, I can't remember the last time Oak State was bad up until like last year. It's crazy. Like I can't remember like genuinely like I can name QBs and wide receivers and offensive players that have been there since mid early 2000s and just can't do it anymore. So I don't know. Gundy's lost his fastball. Mullet's lost its, spunk. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see there. Sweet. Well, if you were to pick one guy, this will be the last prompt of the Big 12 before we move into NFC East. If you were to pick one guy that is a Heisman dark horse, potential winner, whatever you want to call it, from the Big 12, who is it? And I'm going to pull up the Heisman odds just to see who's the highest Big 12 is.
Um, I think I think last year it was Garrett Green. Um, and not like a I truly thought he was going to have a great year, and Neil Brown pretty much ruined it. He ruined it. Garrett Green sucked, but that's why he's a wide receiver for the Bucks, I believe. Um, but I'm dead serious. If our offense can get going and we have Jaheim White, I know running backs kind of don't get that much love anymore. Ever since what, like Derrick Henry, I feel like we haven't had a winner. I'm sure I'm skipping over someone, but I think Jaheim White could be a little sneaky guy, get in there, at least like get invited. Um, Big 12 overall, feel like I mean, Avery Johnson, what if Avery Johnson could just have a fucking standout year and ball out? I just feel like
Yep.
in general, college football overall, I mean, other than that OSU asshole, Jeremiah Smith, uh,
He's going to win.
I think he pretty much has that locked in. But other than that, I think it's up for grabs for who gets invited at least. I think Jaheim White can definitely get there. He's amazing, dude.
I like it. Um, for reference, in terms of like the top guy, I'm not going to list all the guys, but in terms of top Big 12 guys, you've got Sam Levitt, who's probably
True.
about 15th, maybe 13th in line at plus 2,800 on DraftKings. You've got a guy we've already talked about on Avery Johnson, and he's 4,000. So those are kind of the top couple. You even got Dampier, the Utah QB at plus 6,000 on DraftKings. So I mean, obviously a lot of QBs. Oh, one more name I want to bring up. Sorry, I can't believe I forgot this name already. Um, we're going to talk a lot about Bryson Washington, the running back from Baylor. They've also got a QB RB situation, Sawyer Robertson.
Mm,
He's gonna be a sophomore red shirt. Played well those last like 4 games for Baylor as they kind of like made a turn at the end of the season. He's actually plus 8,000. He's way lower down on the list, but definitely someone to keep an eye on from a Baylor perspective. Um,
for sure. No, yeah. We almost forgot about that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. And then also just for note, we talked about the Baylor Auburn game. Auburn also just got Jackson Arnold, the QB from Oklahoma, to transfer there. So I'm still going to stick with Baylor, but if you like Auburn, that's one of those not so fast. Let's remember who's on each team. Give me the guy who was already there last year and the running back that was there last year running for 1,400 yards. So give me Baylor money line minus 105, but that's beside the point. Uh, so I agree with you, Max. The other one I was going to say was Sam Levitt at the plus, 3,500 or 4,000, wherever it was. But I think I like Jaheim White. I don't think it's a QB this year. I think with Ryan Williams and
True.
Jeremiah
And
Smith, you got some good running backs in there too. Jeremiah Love. Um,
Jeremiah Love, very
I
true.
don't know. Might not be a year for a QB this year, and I wouldn't be mad about that.
Well,
All right. Let's
yeah.
see. 851. You want to talk a little NFC least, or as some might be calling it, the NFC beast, because they are primed for a big year this year. We already talked about it, but a prop I thought was interesting was NFC East is the highest favored division. So the prop, it's like which team will win the Super Bowl, and it's by division. And NFC East is tied with the AFC North as the top ones to win a Super Bowl at plus 390. So let's open up with that. Do you think, Max, that there is a team from the NFC East that can win the Super Bowl this year? Maybe more than one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the champs from last year, I don't think they lost pretty much a single soul to their team. I forgot who they had drafted. But I saw a picture of Jordan Davis walking out for camp and he looks insane. Like he just shedded all the fat and is just fucking brick wall. So
Oh, great.
that's very scary. Um,
Yay.
but yeah, like they have the same people. Um, they look, yeah, they look very good. I don't think they're gonna have any sort of downfall. Kind of like they did when they lost to the Chiefs, and they kind of started choking the year after. They went 6-0, and then were barely surviving. Whatever. And then of course the Washington Commanders. They were up there. They it was Eagles Commanders for the championship, and pretty much that's what gets your bet. If you bet that and that if you bet that last year and you were sitting at the NFC Championship. Wait, is your bet to win the Super Bowl or just to win the conference?
I think it's to win the Super Bowl because it's got
Okay.
all the yeah.
Well, either way, you're still excited because you have a way better chance. I think those two, it will be very interesting to see what Dallas can do. I don't have high hopes for Dallas, if I'm going to be real.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think the pick and stuff, and then also just like what are we doing with Micah Parsons? You know? It's kind of just like, what the hell?
For sure. So, um, any thoughts for you? Just, I guess, for you, like,
Just off that. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
like, do you think Philly, Commies, Dallas can win?
honestly, other than the AFC North, I don't hate it because like not to go. I mean, we talked a little bit about it. I'm kind of surprised the NFC North isn't higher. Because you've got the Lions who are, if it's not the Eagles, I haven't checked today, but if it's not the Eagles, I imagine it's the Lions who's kind of the next team in the NFC to win it.
Right.
Bears gotten better. Vikings, yeah, they went what 14-3 or whatever, but also, they're still going to be good with JJ McCarthy. The Packers are going to be better. The Bears are going to be better. So top to bottom, I get it, but at the same time, it's like you know, I think Commanders will be good again, but the fact that they made it to the NFC Championship is just going to be tough to see. So I feel you.
Yeah,
Uh, Cowboys, they're not going to be there, but you never know.
you do never know.
Yeah, yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Um, I just
So
it all hinges on that. I mean, the defense is going to be good for Philly. I don't know. It's gonna be tough to gauge who can get there. It's all about health, but I think NFC East, I mean, I would pick the NFC East over NFC West and the NFC South, so it makes
not
sense.
the North.
Huh?
Not the North.
No, no, never the North. Never the North. Absolutely not. But Eagles are minus 130 to win the division. Um, Is there any reason why they won't win it at minus 130, or is that what you would be taking if you're picking division winner?
I would look more at their wins for these teams, but I think just for money, dude, I think Commanders could. They've picked up some guys. I think they could just come out pissed off and do a little damage and sneak in there. Not saying they might not go too far in the playoffs, but they could easily sneak a division win or
Yeah.
title.
Yep. Have the Cowboys come in, wreck some shit, take a bullshit win away from the Eagles when they need it. I don't hate that. I
Yeah.
mean, minus 130 for a season long 17, 18-week future is pretty insane, which is why they
And,
obviously have it.
and in that division, dude. I mean, Russ Wilson and the Giants could just stir everything up and fuck everyone. You know?
He's Russell Wilson, aside from when he was on the Seahawks trying to win the Super Bowls, since that point, he's been really good at winning games that don't fucking matter to anyone except for the team I'm betting against. Um, so yeah, he stays doing that shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. So talk to me about win totals. What are you looking at there?
Uh, I think I like the Commanders 9.5 over minus 125.
Okay.
I think they can get 10, but the under at plus 105 is like, do they just get 9? I don't know. I need to pull up their schedule. I know they're losing to the Bears. I know that.
You gonna go?
I'm gonna try. I don't know if I want to go. I don't want to be surrounded. Commanders fans have slowly became my least favorite. That's because of this whole Jaden Caleb shit. Like, I don't care about it. I fucking Jaden's awesome, but they just want to shit on Caleb and say that we fucked up and all that. Like, it's annoying.
Dude,
I
it's
think
been
they're
like
just jealous because in the long run, Caleb's going to be the better one.
definitely could be the case. I mean,
Here and be quiet.
Terry McLaurin might not even want to play this year with the Commanders.
I
He
think I
might.
saw he finally showed up at least.
He showed up. He's doing a hold in, not a hold out. But
Sure.
yeah, he's not practicing. He's suited up and at practice, but he's not practicing,
Okay.
which is interesting. But yeah, October 13th, I believe that is Sunday night football, 8:15 p.m. Or is that a
Yeah,
Monday?
that's the only thing.
Yeah. So
See.
definitely something to keep in mind. It looks like they've got the NFC or the AFC North, or sorry, AFC West, NFC West, and then NFC North. Do they play the Packers? I don't think they play the Packers.
I think it's the one where they play one of each. Like we all play one of each.
Oh, I forgot they switched that around. Okay, that makes sense.
Which is
It looks
crazy
like
because I think we've played the Commanders for the past 4 years.
hey, at
Wait,
least they're
three.
at home.
This is definitely three.
They played last year for sure.
That was a fucking Eric Stevenson tip into the fucking end zone.
Yep. Okay. Sorry. That's a sore spot. Um,
And then the year before is when Justin Fields and DJ Moore shredded them. Like three tutties for like 300 yards for DJ.
yeah, I do remember that. Hey, maybe we just get a new QB and just reinsert that same stat line. I mean, Commanders, they got Marshawn Lattimore and they think that their whole secondary is fixed. So,
Still got Bobby.
yeah, you still got what Jimmy Moreland maybe. I don't know. Stinks. And then let's see, Dallas's win total over 9.5 is -105.
I was looking at 8.5 plus 120.
Oh, yep. Why did that? Oh, that's Denver. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of they got that one pretty close to exactly what I would want, so I probably won't.
Yeah.
Uh,
Under is minus 145 for 8.5. It's like shit.
one I do like I like Dak Prescott to throw for 4,000 yards at +110. I mean, Rico Dowdle, Javante Williams, kind of a weird backfield, and then you get George Pickens, and you get a freed up CeeDee Lamb with Jake Ferguson, Jalen Tolbert. I feel like Cavante Turpin, I guess. I don't know who the 3 and 4 are,
Is
but
he tight end again?
Jake Ferguson.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, between Pickens and Lamb and Ferguson, I feel like he should be able to get pretty close to 4,000 just off those three. But add in a couple other guys, I feel like +4,000 with that.
They got their O line somewhat together too.
Yep, Tyler Guyton, I think is should be back, even though there's some weird training camp injuries that we're gonna have to kind of monitor.
Yeah.
But I like that. Um, let's see, Jaden Daniels is -110 to throw for 3,500 yards, which that seems fairly that seems pretty good. I really like that.
Interesting what they do with Debo.
Yeah, yeah, they could go very run heavy this year, especially if like Daniels, they're trying to limit him. But I almost think that he's going to pass more and rush for less this year because I feel like he did so much running last year. They're going to try and keep him more in the pocket so that he doesn't get hurt.
Right. So I did those are the so I wrote down his rushing touchdowns because I really like his rushing touchdowns.
Touchdowns, I like. Yeah, touchdowns. I just don't know about yards because I feel like what what was his yard?
His yards was 675.5, and it was even minus 110 for both under over.
I actually like that too.
I
Like
know.
I thought he would be closer to like 850 if I was going to be honest with you, like 800.
That's around what he had last year, right?
Yeah, I think so. He's Fantasy Pros has him projected at 757.
So
I like
almost
that. Yeah.
100 good. And then rushing touchdowns is 5.5, minus 115 for over.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I mean, dude,
Probably gets like 8.
I was gonna say they got him right at 5.5 on the Fantasy Pros, but I also think that like those there's I mean, dude, just he's gonna do some tush pushy kind of stuff. Um,
Oh, he's gonna have wide open, just wrap around, fucking go in.
little bootleg and then just toot, 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 toot. Yep. Yeah, just throw the ball across. Yeah. I like that a lot. What do you think what is Jalen Hurts' rushing touchdowns?
12.5.
That's
That with the I forgot
he's
what the
he's -250 for 10 plus.
yeah, that's wild.
Max, can you name me the other players ahead of him? There's only two of them.
Like
It doesn't matter the position.
rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, just rushing touchdowns.
Um, Probably
I mean,
Derrick
it's just
Henry, and
damn
then
his buddy.
Lamar.
No, Saquon.
Oh, oh, Jalen's buddy. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's insane. You have two Eagles players that are two of the top three to get 10 plus rushing. And even if you parlay them together, it would be minus 104. And that's predicting 20 rushing touchdowns between the two, which is insane.
which is definitely what happened last year.
Oh, yeah. I can't, I'm trying to pull it up. My computer's being weird, but yeah, I think there's no problem why he couldn't do 10. I mean, 12 and a half is insane. Wow, that's crazy. I still can't believe that.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Jalen had 14 last year,
God damn.
and Saquon only had 13. Jalen had more, but Saquon definitely had screens and shit.
Oh yeah. Well, and Jalen Hurts just gets all the tush pushes.
Yeah,
And we'll still get them because apparently Green Bay couldn't get them canceled, but definitely wasn't anyone else in the NFL other than Green Bay. Definitely wasn't Green Bay being the scapegoat because they don't have an owner. Um, but that's beside the point. Anything you like from a running back, wide receiver per slash tight end perspective on props? I know you said both of those were um it was Jaden Daniels for both of his.
yeah. I definitely like the rushing touchdowns for sure.
Okay.
You're right. I mean, maybe they do try to hold him back because he can sling. So I mean, it's not like he can't throw.
Yeah.
He did
Yeah.
take some hits and shit. So anyway, I just had it up. Other than that, I don't know. Do you have any? And I will look some up real quick.
I'll throw one at you just for fucking shits. Um, how about where'd it go? How about Abdul Carter to get 10 plus sacks this year at plus 350?
How many sacks? Sorry.
10.
So 10 plus at plus 350?
Yep, because it's 7 plus is minus 145.
Mm,
Yeah.
kind of like that. He's going to be all healthy, right? Because I know playoffs he was dealing with
Yeah,
like torn pec or some shit.
yeah, he should be. I don't know. He's like on that Micah shit that where I'm like, well, if he just breaks out for like 10 plus this year, that would be
Oh,
very Mike.
he's
He's nasty. There's not a lot of sack props that I like in there. I was just looking at some other stuff.
mm. Um, AJ Brown receiving tutties over 7.5 is plus 110.
Okay. I don't hate that. I mean, they didn't pick up anyone that would be gobbling up more touchdowns, right? I mean, they've got the same squad with Devontae Smith and him. Dallas got
Devontae is over 5.5 for minus 135.
yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, AJ Brown's projected like 8.2.
Well, that's because he can have a three tutty game.
Oh, easily. And then yeah, Devontae Smith is 6.8.
Pickens over 5.5 plus 100. All right, I could just keep naming. I'm sorry, that's the last one.
No, no, you're good. I just want to see where Pickens is at in this projection list. He's definitely got to be higher. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't hate that. And then I mean, obviously, CeeDee Lamb, what's his receptions at? Because I like 100 plus receptions if we can get that.
I don't see it on Player Futures, DraftKings.
Yeah. How about the? Oh yeah, it's tough to find that. CD Lamb is the second guy in the list for top receptions in the NFL at plus 900 behind Jamar Chase. Um, that's tough because Max, I don't know if anyone's gonna have a better year than Jamar Chase.
I don't think so.
A healthy Burrow, come on, bro, it's gonna be insane. So, um,
Oh my God. He just dropped the fucking.
I mean, Saquon's plus 275 to lead the NFL in rushing.
I like that.
I do too. I really like that.
I want to see this rookie watch. Damn,
Yeah, I
Cam
mean, dude,
Ward,
yeah, Saquon.
3250 passing yards is plus 110. That's kind of crazy. For 3,000 yards is minus 150.
Damn.
And Jane T's rushing yards is for 1,000 is minus 155. 1,100 is plus 115.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did it again. I went off division.
Yeah,
All right. But I think that's all I got for the NFC kind of beast. Say kind of beast. They're kind of.
yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, heavy Saquon dose, a lot of Jaden Daniels, um, CD Lamb, some Dak Prescott. I think we hit enough props there. So Eagles winning the division, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have much else on NFC East, to be honest with you. I feel like it's all going to be contingent on Washington. Otherwise, Philly should have no problem kind of wrapping it up. They're going to be so dominant. It's going to be so goddamn annoying.
God, dude. Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe they'll choke.
And I think the Packers play them at some point. I can't remember. Hopefully not the playoffs again. Um, November 10th. So
At
that's good.
Lambeau.
Yep. Yep. At Lambeau. So I'm sure that game will have some importance because that'll be towards the end of the year and we're going to need to win, but at least it's at home and it's not in Brazil. I don't know. Yeah. Eagles are just going to roll. I just, big
Yeah.
end. They got
11 and a half wins was plus 110 for over.
11 and a half for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably play that.
Under is minus 130.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I could see them going 12 and 5 pretty easily.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that's all I got for futures, Max. We got the squads taken care of. Anything else you're looking forward to over the weekend? Anything else sports wise, or we just get rid of?
Uh, no, I might stream a little Dead 60. They're out in San Fran. They got like Billy and Sturgill, and I believe it's not Trey. I forgot who's the third night, but they got some guys, It's gonna
This
be
weekend?
yeah,
Okay.
nuts. I might watch that a little bit, but no, just chilling.
Okay. Sweet. Sweet. We'll just be busy locking in these futures, getting everything else ready for next week's preview. Hopefully, winning some Wyndhams. And then other than that, Max, let's have a good weekend. Thanks everyone for listening. Next week we will bring you FedEx St. Jude's playoff first round. And then I don't know, we'll figure out the conference and NFL later.
Yo, thanks for listening, guys.